Good evening, everyone, and welcome to CSR Main. Tonight we've got another match of the Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys Tournament 2025 here. We've got a Swiss Round 1 match between Linlinlin and Freddy. I'm Star, and with me on comps tonight is Topfile. How are you doing?
Doing wonderful. How are you doing, Star?
Well, not too bad here. Looking forward to a good match.
Yeah, tracking for us tonight we have Wall Kicks. Thank you very much, Wally. Please ping him in chat if you think we're missing something. He's missing something. I think a lot of people probably need to ping Wally at some point or another during this race. So this is this is week one of our Swiss rounds of Crosskeys tournament, the best tournament of the year. This year we're going to be doing a bit of a different kind of format for the Crosskeys tournament. People wanted to see a little more variation in the tournament, so a lot of our runners opted to possibly choose different flags. Freddy has chosen all the flags, which are included making seats all dungeons, pre-activated flute, inverted, key drop shuffle, starting with a mirror scroll so you can warp back to the front of dungeons, starting with pseudo boots and Zelda woods, along with Moldorm bouncing. Lynn, on the other hand, has chosen to accept literally none of those flags, so you're just going to be seeing regular Crosskeys tonight.
Yep, regular plain Crosskeys. Now, for those who don't know what regular old Crosskeys means, the cross part of the word Crosskeys is referring to Crossworld Entrance Randomizer. So all of the entrances are shuffled. Link's House isn't. There's one or two exceptions, but just about all the entrances are shuffled. You can find things like Hyrule Castle, which will connect you to other parts of the map and can even connect between Light and Dark World, and it's Small Key Sandy. So maps, compasses, small keys, big keys, they are all shuffled.
Yeah. Lynn doing the very traditional answer for our Crosskeys.
Yep.
Toad. Yeah. Freddy gonna take a look, and he opted to go for the lake play, and is gonna go take a look at Hyrule Castle. Now, this is not really a good thing he can do a lot of right now. There are a couple item checks he could be doing, but he doesn't really have any weaponry to deal with the cards.
Nope, not really. Just a couple of connectors here. Okay, that didn't go very far. Hyrule Castle main's at the dam. Uncle is vanilla on the other side.
No, Uncle's over at the ferry.
Let's go ahead and use this ferry. Sorry, whoops.
Yeah.
And we have on this side $20. All right.
Yeah. Lynn's gonna leave here and then come out and
Safe stand. Okay. Bit of bunny walking, I guess.
Yeah. A couple entrances here. I don't really expect you to go too much further. Maybe down to like Arrow Game or Bomb Shop. Doing a lot of early game bunny walking can lead to a lot of backtracking. You can't really do anything in Bunny State. Dark Cave. This could be the Old Man Rescue Cave. I don't have Freddy's audio up, so I can't really tell. It's the back of the Old Man Rescue Cave, so we'll have a spawn in Village of Outcasts at some point today. Lynn's looking for a shop with his hard-earned money.
And up the other end of that cave goes the Spike Cave. Alright.
Yeah. I'm trying to buffer furiously.
And speaking of shops, there's one for Freddy, who unfortunately has no money.
Yeah. Both the runners have now opted to go and restarted saying.
Tank being a lumberjack today. Lovely.
Yeah. This is one of the ones where I think you kind of want to steal the key. Bottom of bumper lights over there at the lumberjack. Bush grab is 5 rupees, and now if you notice, Lynn isn't going to bother chasing after this. He spent some time to get 200 rupees right off the get-go, so he doesn't really need them.
Freddy, though, having not done this, can you get that? Temple Lost Woods is just a ferry.
Yeah. Compass. That's probably our tier 2 for Lynn. Heart container, the vanilla. These drop down. Still no bombs. The only bomb shop we've seen so far has been the bottom cave of Dark Death Mountain on the western side. There's still another 9 of them out there, so they should be showing up sooner than later. Oh god.
What's on the library today? I did not see it.
It's a very grounded item.
Sorry, I'm... translation, please? Shovel, thank you.
Yeah. I was trying not to call a spade, but someone's beating me to it.
Sorry, yes. Brain's a little tired today as we find Hype Cave and CAC.
Yeah. No bombs.
Piece for $100, not a great deal. Backside of Hookshot Cave here.
These drop down over there at. Actually, I'm sorry. That was Lumberjack at. On the Lost Woods, and this is the Lost Woods drop down.
We do have a remarkable lack of bombs, that is true, over in the chat.
Yeah, let's see if we can beat the sea bombs. The good thing is, at least Freddy has some money for bombs. When we go find an old woman connector, or the elder house connector, depending on what you want to call it. Now there is a... Wow, the tavern route over one screen. There is a bomb bush we could farm, theoretically, if we really wanted to.
Okay, that probably going to want to find some bombs at some point, because the only bomb shop we found, I think, was on Death Mountain for Freddy, who didn't have any money at the time.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing. Lynn has found the Old Man Rescue Cave.
And Freddy just found Floating Island. All right.
We have found one of our must connects. There will be a slight change to our must connects logic this time around. Anywhere on the bridge can be in logic on the Turtle Rock Bridge instead of just Turtle Rock Right. Because we are kind of rolling this on Warriors Branch, but
first bottle, nice.
Yeah. Like desperately trying to get some health before. Oh, hey, we can actually get a bomb from the pod in there and probably die to the laser immediately.
Mm-hmm. PR left here in CAC, first of 4 entrances. And more importantly, a source of bombs.
Mini bolter. Ooh, hammer at the tavern. Now that's unfortunate for Lynn.
Yeah, that would have been nice for Lynn to get before he came here.
Yeah.
We're gonna tap a Sparrow Cave.
The ferry connector.
And the magic chat drop down is
Useless ferry.
Ferry. I always forget which way is which on that.
Pod, I believe that's at Smith's.
That is correct. And we've got Laser Bridge here.
Well, anyway, Freddy can get some stuff in here. If he wants to get a couple more items. But also, there are a lot of bombs in the front of Pod. There are a few pods in here.
Yeah, so that would be nice for the bombs here for Freddy.
Yeah, this is these 2 pods, bombs. GT.
Desert, okay.
That's actually really interesting for Lynn because we saw one of our Desert Palace entrances up on top of Spectacle Rock.
I missed that, so thank you for pointing that out. Yes, Wally, that would probably help. We have not seen the Ganon or the Well. We're missing those two in Magic Bat Cobra, to my knowledge.
Yeah. At least on map.
Which are going to be between the Uncle, Pyramid, and... what is the one we're missing? Sank? Yeah, we're missing Sank.
Bottom of a spiral. Okay. Well, the good news for Lin is he's going to be finding bombs very soon. Also, like, this is how you can tell we're on a slightly different path in the entrance area that we started our spree. Started out in the Dark World.
Yeah, the Bug Knight Hype Cave.
And Sinkard.
And there's some bombs for Lin.
Yeah, Lin's heading right back for the village now. Probably, he might south route this to go to the... southern entrances and then crash into Cack. Oh no, okay, he's gonna go hope for the well-led castle. Well, this will also be
Spiral Cave. Wait,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this gets us out on the mountain.
Yep, and there's Ganon at our uncle today. Which means Magic Bat and the Well are between the Pyramid and Sank, and there's going to be at least one item behind the GT climb today.
There's Chicken Hut. Yeah, and Len will find out that he'll be in Builder of Outcast in the back of this. So anything here in Mini Moldorm Cave that Lynn is going to regret having missed the first time through. You'll have a chance to fix up some of this routing in a little bit. When he's... Ooh, there's the Moon Pearl.
Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be that's a good find for him. Freddy, Dottle and Bombus, okay.
Yeah. Freddy's gonna go find the Old Man Rescue Cave here. And Lynn's gonna head back to the village. Well, really, really hate the fact that he didn't check the tavern before kind of making that play up Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
But... So... But he will see Spiral Cave on his traversal through CAC and then be like, I can just go back up and do Mini Moldorm Cave and Desert Palace now.
Sorry, I need to step away for just a second. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Anyway, so Freddy and Lynn were both going to kind of use a strategy that a lot of people like to do for low health. You can do for low health is if you come in through the top of the room and fall, you can kind of get iframes to get to the top and bottom chests. Linda has a pod key from somewhere, from the mountain.
Pod key was Laser Bridge.
Laser Bridge, yeah.
So Freddy should be getting it. Well, he just got it actually, yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so that's 2 more checks on pod for Lin.
Also has a blue potion if he wants the potion glitch.
Yeah, Lin can mimic Lip.
Or that.
Yeah, it's going to be like one of the 2. If it was a red or green potion, I definitely would say sack the... Ooh, Samaria. I definitely would say you want to sack the potion instead of mimic clipping, but...
Hey, Freddy gave up on Laser Bridge because I'm pretty sure he didn't get the Desert Big Key off that.
No. He's going through Desert Palace now. Yeah, Lin is going to hold on to the blue potion. The blue potion's more valuable as a blue potion.
Makes sense. Yeah, skipping Desert Big Key there, Laser Bridge on Laser Bridge is. Well, I really hope for Freddy's sake that's not a Desert Big Chest isn't going to come back to bite.
Yeah, now mind you, like that is out of logic. We aren't supposed to be going up that way without some sort of invincibility item or 3 shields.
No,
but
that is true.
On the other hand, Ice Small, Bow Locked and Pod. A second Pod Small. That's really big.
Yep.
What's unfortunate is this lane still hasn't gotten into Hammer.
Yeah, and okay, we got one Wade.
Yeah. Oh, Freddy didn't save the old man.
No, he didn't.
That's... I mean, he knows where the save and quit points are, I guess, but at the same time... that's a choice. Lin, you still haven't gone to the tavern. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, this... Lin.
Oh no. Oh no. Lin.
Pod 3.
Okay, Lin. Thank fucking Christ. I did not want to see a repeat of Allison versus Koi, where Allison missed a fucking dam in Kakariko Village.
Oh.
You can miss a lot of things in this game, but missing the hammer is probably not going to let you win.
No, I remember in a Crosskeys race last year I commentated where I don't even remember who it was at this point. It's been a year, but somebody completely forgot that Sank was in Saha's hut was in CAC, and that came back to bite hard.
Yeah. Oh well, it's a really nice spit turn in if we have the mirror.
Yeah, that is. What's on race game? I didn't quite catch it.
Just some bombs.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I did not see if Freddy took a death here to try to scum this.
He did not.
Oh, but it's a sword.
Kinda can't anyway, yeah.
The good thing is that should mean that theoretically we should be seeing the high... Unless it's like the last possible sword to be getting, we should probably be seeing the Hyrule Castle spawn at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's likely one of our... That's like... I wouldn't be surprised if that's fairly early in logic.
Yeah.
Where did Lin get a cane? I just noticed he has one tracked.
It is in pod. It's one of the things that is one key locking pod. Lin's going back up to mountain here.
Okay, thank you. I missed that cane thing.
Yeah. This is why Lin kept the blue potion, because... Fun fact, we're only a glove away from being able to beat Ice Palace. Not
Love
logic.
and finding it?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong, except for we also haven't physically seen Ice Palace.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of dungeons, really. We've seen Pod, we've seen Desert, we've seen Harrow Castle, and that's it. And we've seen TR, Left in Laser Bridge. Still missing quite a few.
Yeah.
This is Freddy heading back to the village now with his Moon Pearl.
Yeah.
As well.
You got a bunch of item checks you can do. We can go up into Skull. Well, there's a lot of stuff we can do in Dark World now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Lynn is going to go take a look and see what exactly... It's going to kind of do the exact same route, because like when you're coming through Desert Palace, and you're coming in through the center of the left entrance, the right entrances for the first time, you almost always want to go out the left exit because you're going to look at the torch, and then kind of just curl your way over that way anyway. So he's going to get one-wayed as well, and kind of get stuck down at the south part of the Dark World. Or Light World. Then he'll have the...
He'll also be able to check this check, which Freddy did not was not able to get earlier. I'm really hoping this is nothing for Freddy's sake. And it isn't good.
Yeah, just some bombs. Freddy's gonna go ahead for Skull Woods. Normal Skull Woods, not Zelda Woods. Zelda Woods is a new kind of like shuffled variant where like the Skull Woods drop, some of the Skull Woods drop down or put into the pool. But it'd be really helpful if you had a cane. But we also have Bombos.
Yeah, so that's no big deal here.
Yeah.
Also, see that Still Woods is a crystal. Must have gotten the map from somewhere.
Yeah. Alright. I think Lynn's probably going to curl down. Has the Moon Pearls. Okay, so going to go do some village checks now. We'll end up in find Hyrule Castle as well. Desert map. Have to kind of see what Lynn will do here, seeing that that's Castle. Because he just came out of a save and quit point, so like he is in perfect opportunity to go see exactly what the heck is in Zelda Cell and make that judgment call. So this might put them at parity in terms of checking and finding that sword.
Yep. And this is Skullwood's layout is kind of a pain.
Yeah. It's got a third pot small.
Seen 3 of them so far, although only 2 are in logic, because the third one is on Laser Bridge.
Well locked. Yeah. No, the third... well, that's the first one in logic.
Oh yeah, that's the only one in logic,
Bridge
because I forgot the other was bow locked. Right, thank you.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Freddy having a bit of a think.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and Lynn is doing this play explicitly because he just came off a fresh save and quit, so he's in perfect, like, I can scum this key if I need to and make my judgment call. And the fact that I love you, Crosskeys. I love you, Crosskeys.
Nice cape, game.
That's one of those things where you can only see it in Crosskeys. Because normally buffer ledge, the connector, which is existing in both the light and the dark world in the same spots.
Yeah, okay, game's got jokes.
Yeah. Linlinlin forgot about the fairy. Which, good thing the graveyard does half a heart of damage.
And yes, Wally, yep, I noticed. Bumper Ledge is in the same entrance, light and dark world. It's Lumberjack both ways as we find Meyer here at Dark Side.
That's honestly not a horrible thing to find, because it's honestly really not a horrible thing to find, considering the fact that we start next to the light world version of that. It's not the fast version of it, but it is there if we wanted it.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
oh
Eastern.
no.
Where was that at? I missed it.
Tavern. Or the bombable hut south of the village.
Ah, yeah, Cack Bomb Hut, thank you. We didn't have bombs to check that earlier, and Hera here at the Curiosity Shop.
No, not the bomb hut, the brewery, sorry.
Brewery, got it.
Almost the same thing.
Yep. And no, Freddy did not check that entrance.
No, Freddy kind of crawled his way up north, which, to be fair, like, you've got to save and quit in the middle. You'll do it either way. You probably don't want to go... Like, you don't want to go up north, maybe without the fire rod, so you can kind of, like, one-shot Skull Woods, but going down south without the mirror also kind of feels bad, because you pass up the mirror entrances. But... I don't think there was anything of real note in the Hammerpeg's house.
Hammerpeg's house was something I did not bother writing down, so forgettable of one variety or another.
Yeah. Yeah, fortunately, Freddy's heading south, so...
He forgot an entrance. Hopefully he didn't, but...
Well, one easy way of making money has been replaced with a slightly more annoying way of making money.
And actually a point from chat that Freddy is out of bombs again.
Oh, yeah.
That would be a problem, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not used to runners running out of bombs at 26 minutes into a seed.
Yeah, usually the situation stabilizes by now, but...
This seed has been a bit bomb-starved.
Lynn's kind of set himself up to not have to worry too much about resources with the land open. So... This is a very... Oh boy. Okay, it was just a red rupee.
Nope, no, I was gonna say, I think Freddy's just farming for some money.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have Freddy's audio up at the moment, so I wasn't too sure exactly which... If that was just a red rupee or the actual... Like a prize.
Fair enough, yeah. It doesn't look like there was anything at all in the front of Eastern.
No, not really. I think there might have been a...
Right, yeah, I forget that you're listening to Lynn's audio, and so is Restream. I'm on Freddy's, so...
Yeah. Okay.
Freddy's gotta be careful here, down to a 1 heart. And got top of Paradox.
Yep. Ooh!
Ooh!
Yeah.
I kind of saw that one coming there, but ouch. Hopefully it's a fairy.
Yeah.
They did find a fairy cave, I think in Village of Outcasts maybe earlier with CAC, then
yeah.
Good use of that.
Yeah, that's what it was. Because I remember Freddy doing something weird in the bomb hut, and it was in the Hammerpeg's chest, and it was that.
Okay.
When they caught a fairy.
And TR Bridge has our chest game, which gives us a
It was, yeah, Meyer big. We can beat Vitreous. Not in logic, but we can beat Vitreous.
And I actually did not know that you could, and actually Freddy is making good use of game knowledge to go get a bomb from Chess Game by playing it a second time, and is going to then take it over here to this, this shop I didn't know about, to go get some bombs. Good play.
Yeah. It's one of the two shops that are on Death Mountain. Oh, the second shield that we've seen between our two runners. The other one was, I think, in Eastern.
Maybe? Yeah, I don't keep track of shields, so I've got no idea. Oh yeah, no, we got a bomb off Chess Game, Cooper.
Yeah.
I'll get a TR, powder, heart container, lighter small, and heart. Paradox does in fact still play the game. He's in the Frankfurt tournament right now. I'm not sure what else he may or may not be playing, but I know Paradox is in the Frankfurt tourney, which just started this past week, actually. I come for that too, so.
Yeah. Let's see if Lynn
goes. French, check out ZSRFR. We'll be restreaming stuff over there for you.
Yeah. Okay, so Lynn's gonna miss the Meyer big key for a while.
Looks like it, yeah. Easterns are green pennant today. GT, more bombs, hurt piece.
Lynn could go back to the rest of Paradox, like, kind of after the south route's over. He may go, and then, like, north route and current jump over to Eastern Dark World, but we'll see.
Cooper Meyer Big is on Chess Game on one of the TR Bridge entrances. The connector to that was Paradox.
Yeah.
And ooh, back desert here at the Swamp Paths entrance. Gonna save scum this key.
Yeah. Well, it's dependent, so we don't have to beat it. Theoretically. Lynn probably doesn't want to ever go back to desert unless he has the desert small, so he'll just leave it there. So Lynn's going to have a decision point in his routing coming up once he checks his lake shop that both he and Freddy are routing to. If he continues north to go get the item check in the 2-pod area, or if he goes back around and does the rest of Paradox because it's connectors.
Yeah, ooh, hookshot. We did see Hookshot Cave super duper early in CAC, I think it was. Yep.
Yeah.
So that'll be a check when they get back there.
Yeah, it's the Snitch House on the east side. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this hookshot's going to kind of tip the balance. Because now Lynn can hookshot himself back over to North Dark World and get all those checks done.
So which?
Freddy doesn't have enough money for the...
Yeah. Yeah. Freddy is 8 rupees short. I think he just realized. Maybe?
Yeah.
Hasn't
quite realized.
That drops rupees in here, around here.
We don't know what the stun prize is. But he is now 8 rupees short.
Yeah. And, oh, GT a Dark Flute 5.
Oh, that is really big for Lynn.
And oh, fire rod.
Oh. All right. Vanishing. So I think the Ropas are in. Should be in the ruby pack today. So.
Hot entrance is one end of Super Bunny, and Freddy is like, do I want to check this right now?
After what he did to get here, he kind of has to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this means he's not going to find GT.
No.
And meanwhile,
because...
yeah.
Although there is at least one other entrance, because he also left the other entrance by Pog behind too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no GT is gonna hurt. There's a lot of stuff in here that's available right now.
Yeah, Lynn's problem right now is he just doesn't have a good Armos fight. Another Myers small key.
A lot of compasses in the compass room of GT. And oh, there's our Light World bumper connector, okay.
Yeah.
And magic back at Sank means that our pyramid drop is the well today. Uh-oh.
I wonder if Lynn finds a bow if he'll climb.
Maybe.
He has the GT big key. 4 pot swallows.
4. Yeah, I was just gonna say, though, Lynn might be a little short on keys, though, is the problem.
He's fine.
He's small, and he got one from a pot.
He's fine as long as he doesn't do map chest. Which he shouldn't be doing map chest in this situation, because he probably wants to keep the option... Well, he accidentally opened map chest.
It's a moot point, then.
Yeah. Oh, we have P's for the... Freddy's going to do the rest of Kakariko here.
Oh, there's a Herald Castle smell and an ice rod. That's extremely out of logic for whatever that's worth right now.
Yeah, well, our sword is now locked behind 4 GT small keys.
True, and so is Back of Escape.
Yeah.
This rod's kind of whichever.
It'd be really funny if there's a Castle Tower small key in the Back of Escape. Alright, Hookshot Cave time. We've done it. We've done it. We have found a better Armos fight.
Yes. Yes, we have.
Which is saying things.
It is, as we find... Oh, hey, Desert Small.
Yeah. One more pot smalls.
And Pod 5, okay. And yes, it really is everything that was a better right. Our inventory is bad for that as you find the bloomerang. Oh hey, other side of DM. I already had access to this, but more access, why not?
There's something zen about this fight. This level. Oh yeah, there's bombs. We're ready. Too bad he doesn't have money for a bomb upgrade.
Nope. There we go on the armors for Lynn. Took a while, but we got there.
Yeah.
And Rolling Brothers connector for Freddy and a glove.
You will
That's
take glove.
certainly worth. That's worth the fight. That's worth the whole fight there.
You will take the glove. No questions asked. Take the glove. Your first glove.
Yeah, definitely take that glove. As Freddy finds another one of our must connects. Laser bridge there was the other side of the Quarreling Brothers connectors.
Yeah. We're kind of running out of where our mouse connects have to go to.
Yeah. We're still missing Desert Right.
Yeah.
And Smoky Disco Woods isn't terribly helpful in the grand scheme of things.
Lynn's gonna start chasing glove checks. The good thing with the glove... Now, the bad thing for Freddy with the glove is... That's a really bad spot to have a glove. Unless you can... It's just a bad place to have a glove for him, unfortunately. Because the best way to go back there is with a glove. Is anybody who plays Link to the Past Randomizer is familiar with Lake Mid's Dark World Access. You don't like finding your Dark World Access, your like hammer glove Dark World Access somewhere like over Fleet 5 with Mids or something. Or in Crosskeys where you're having to walk half the world. Or essentially the entire world. Freddy's about to find Eastern, now that he has bombs.
Okay, so that's good for him.
Yeah. It's
Well, it's good that
check.
he has knowledge, although there's really nothing in here.
Yeah. It took 40 minutes for one runner to check light. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Lynn's actually checked it yet.
No, Lynn did.
It can take a while.
Actually, no, I'm thinking of mixing up entrances.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, either mixing up entrances or seatly, not sure which. I've seen a fair bit of Crosskeys lately, so.
Oh, Lynn bounced the bomb.
Oops.
But, yeah. Right now, Lynn's major problem that he has staring down the gun is the Meyer big key. Hopefully he pulls the trigger on going for Paradox Cave connectors soon, but he may not value that without a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
It is TR Bridge. It is TR Bridge.
Yep, TR Bridge, which is one side of one of the entrances to Paradox, which Lynn did not check.
Yeah, Lynn grabbed the items out of Paradox and checked the connectors. It is at Bomb Shop, for the reference F, so... Not the worst thing to come back to eventually, but... Not in a good spot for him either.
No.
Yeah, for Freddy opted to take a quick peek outside of one of the mire, one of the paradox entrances. Lynn just grabbed the items and went. If I'm Lynn, I might just do it right now because I'm gonna save and quit. Check some of these entrances down here. Oh look, 45 minutes in, we're going to see what's in the Blade World Type Cave.
Yep.
And it's Orpella. Yeah.
Which I think that's a pendant. I believe I just caught this corner of the
cave.
cave.
That is our last pendant. So it's Desert, Eastern, Swamp as our pendants today.
Yep.
Freddy's heading for Meyer, which is unfortunate because he could have gotten the. He's gotten. He has 3 pod smalls. Going back into pod doesn't feel too bad with 3 pod smalls.
No, he's just gonna check Meyer instead, which is fine. Which would be fine if he. Which would feel less bad if he actually had the cane, which he doesn't. Here's the dam for Lynn.
Yep.
Because the cane is in pod, unfortunately. Fire rods and GT. So was the ice rod actually. Freddy had a bad time getting into the pod entrance and checked that before the.
Yeah, it was super. The pod entrance was super money cave. Freddy
he got one wayed. GT's at Dark Flute 5. So.
Yeah, which is where the glove is. So.
Glove, fire rod, ice rod, some other loose ends. Yeah, GT is gonna be an ouch for Freddy in this scene, I feel.
Yeah. That's gonna kind of start methodically, like trying to finish up this overworld, but like, oh boy, there's the mirror.
That is helpful at least for Freddy.
Yeah, like Lynn will make a play into Meyer sooner or later, but so like having the mirror will probably help him because he's going to want to find his bridge connector, and he knows he's starting to run out of connectors where it could go. But anyway, what does Graveyard Ledge have for Lynn?
Mulkey to Meyer and Biggie to Skullwoods in the Meyer big chest.
Yeah.
Cooper and Chad's hoping for something big in the Meyer big chest for Freddy, which Skullwood's big key itself is not terribly helpful, but there could be something of interest in the Skullwood's big chest.
Yeah. I mean, I don't honestly like the mirror's good. The mirror's worth it. It's just unfortunate that well, there's our first Castle Tower small. It's just unfortunate that you could have probably wrangled the Samaria a little earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
But Freddy can't even do right side anyway. He doesn't have a fire rod. Lynn's gonna find Super Bunny here. I'm actually surprised Freddy didn't go for Graveyard Ledge.
Didn't go for what, sorry?
Check the Graveyard Ledge entrance.
Yeah, me as well, since he was passing by.
And
Or, yeah, was in the area.
relatively. I might have already been planning on doing the Skullwoods route, and then didn't adapt to the fact that he had the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
It's understandable.
Yep.
See where Lin's gonna go here. Or TR Smalls.
Two.
Yeah, Lin hasn't seen Hera.
No one's seen Hera in
Actually,
the dungeon.
no, we've seen
No,
Hera. Actually, I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised Freddy hasn't done Hera. Well,
Freddy didn't have a hookshot first time in Hera. It's at the Curiosity
yeah,
Shop.
yeah, it's at the Curiosity Shop. He's just kind of gone up through this North Dark World route and. All right. Well, Lin can basically full clear pod, except for the big key chest, and hold on right now. See if he can pull out a bow somewhere in this 4-key locked region, because we know there's 1 key bow locked.
Yeah, we've got 5 pod smalls, but only a couple of them are in logic.
Yeah.
Because Laser Bridge isn't, Bowlock Pod isn't, Pyro Castle Map Chest, GT DM Room, and Hookshot Cave are all in, I believe.
Yeah.
And this is Spiral Cave back up to the mountain.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Lin's got something.
Oh boy, that's a pair of boots.
Okay, I think Lin might actually head for...
Freddy's back up the mountain, that's good. I was just looking at my notes to see what the fastest way back up to DM was for Freddy, and this is the route it chose, which works.
Yeah. He's gonna rescue the old man, which didn't have to do the first time around.
Yeah, it would have saved him a little time getting back here, since the old man safe quits at Spiral Cave, Spike Cave, sorry, he now has that mirror for it.
Yeah. Yeah, Lin's gonna take a death, grab the last just out of here, and then I have to imagine he probably saves quits and goes and does bonk rocks.
Yeah, I'll go check those boots locked entrances.
Which might be good, because that will probably get him onto the bridge.
Yeah, because that would be convenient for him.
Yeah. He's got his second bottle that Lin had forever ago.
Nothing on the big heat chest of pod, that's good to know.
Yeah. Oh, we can also grab the shovel, too. Shovel is a thing that exists now for us.
Yes, it is. So, hey, one end of Spec Rock here.
Yeah. We've seen the exit of Spec Rock. Upper Spec Rock exists somewhere, but I don't think we're going to try to sequence break it.
Probably not, no.
Right, first, look into here entrance. Front of TR.
Front of TR. Jinx.
Yeah. Fortunately, Freddy has neither Samaria nor Fire Rod.
No. Although, Samari is right outside, is right just down the way here, if he goes there. Do they?
Yeah.
Or not, as Lin picks up his shovel. I mean, it makes
Lin-
sense for Freddy to check these checks on top of East Death Mountain, but we need him to get back to pod.
Yeah. Lynn's gonna take a look in the
Hopefully
middle
he
of...
doesn't get connected back off the mountain or something, because if he could loop back around to pod if he doesn't get sidetracked out away from here. But
Yeah, though his problem right now is though he's at 3 pod smalls.
Pod's up here on the mountain, Wally. It's top of Spec Rock. I think that's in
No.
space. I'm looking at the wrong entrance and thinking my notes suck. That's why I'm
Yeah.
getting lost. Never mind. What is up here that I'm mixing up with?
You're
TR's
thinking...
at Spec Rock. That's why.
Yeah.
Which has a very analogic GT small. Good to know.
Yeah. Pod's at the Smith house.
Yeah, Pod is at the Smiths. You know, I realized when I was thinking of TR Laser Bridge because Freddy is missing the Desert Bag from it. He was having a slightly hard time with that with no safeties. Not that it really matters since Desert Big Chest is junk and Desert is a pendant, so we might not need that big key.
Yeah.
There's a blue mail.
Yeah. Thankfully, one of the few rooms you probably don't need to see Blue Mail pop up if you're going to Death Ward. It's the Charms hit like a goddamn truck.
Yeah, they do.
Alright. Lynn is going to go up the mountain, do top of Dark Death Mountain checks, because this is our floating island connector. There'll be 4 more entrances because he can lift this rock. Freddy's heading into pod. Now here's the thing for Freddy. He needs... Ooh, that's a good. Yeah, there's a lot of value in pod. It's Ether, of course. But he's going to need to go get value out of Harmless Hellway, which is going to be the problem.
Yeah, he's gonna have... He hasn't done pod right side yet, so he'll have 4, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because Freddy's missing 2 of the keys Lynn's found. One is on right side here, which he will get, bringing him to 4. The ones he's missing is in GT.
Yeah. Alright.
With 4 keys, knowing this is probably a crystal, Freddy is going to want to save a key for Helma, so it's going to be a choice for him between Harmless Hellway and the key chest.
Yeah. Lynn has found the a door in the Desert Palace that we were missing for a while. Kind of have to take a look and see what's on right side. Now that he has a small key out of Hookshot Cave. Just some money. If you're interested to see where Lynn goes from here, he might go out the main entrance and then reverse up the Crystal Roller. Yeah, he's making the play for Crystal Roller Room.
As Chat points out, he could actually... yeah, he could beat Trinex if he wanted to. Not sure if you do in this position right now.
Doesn't have the big key for...
Oh yeah, never mind.
He could. Yeah, he doesn't have the big key, though. It'd be really funny if the
Yeah.
big key was in here, though.
It would be if it's right here, which it is not. Yeah, it's just another hurt.
Alright. Back to village, so this might be North Dark World for Lynn. Which will be him finding Meyer and probably
good.
finding
Freddy
the
made
mirror.
the correct 50-50 call on Harmless Hellway big key chest and got his boots.
Yeah. Lynn's going to take the run to the back of Saying the back of Escape now. Do Harmless Hellway. Not Harmless Hellway, sorry, Dark Cross on the way.
Happy 1 hour, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm doing a count on what we're looking at on items and entrances missing so far. We're missing Thieves, Back of Skullwoods, Thieves, and Ice, and we're missing a bunch of big keys.
Yeah.
Plus a bow flippers, some other loose ends from here. Yeah. Mushroom in the back of Escape.
Yeah. We did see the potion shop.
Yep, that's just south of Pod.
Yeah. I think Lynn's gonna go turn that in.
Yep,
Freddy's gonna take
Freddy's...
this mirror.
Lord, not do that, okay. Hey chat, what is Randomizer? Randomizer, for the Zelda series at least, so there are a lot of different games of all different genres have randomizers of varying types. In the Zelda series, generally, nearly every mainline Zelda has a randomizer, and the general theme is all fairly the same, is you take all the chests, you shuffle them with each other. So, for example, there's a small key right there for Linlinlin. That's a heart piece in the original game, and in today's seed, it's a small key. We're about to find out which one this is. It is a small key to Ice Palace. Okay, that's our second. So it shuffles all of the... So in ALttPR specifically, Link to the Past randomizer, we shuffle all the chests, we shuffle the gifts given to you by NPCs. Depending on the settings, you can have the keys be just in their own dungeons, or they can be anywhere. We do have the keys anywhere in these settings specifically. You can also shuffle things like pots, entrances, enemy drops, all sorts of things. If there's a Zelda game you like, there's almost guaranteed to be a randomizer for it. You can go check out the ZSR Discord, which has links to every Zelda speedrun and randomizer Discord there is. Yep, it's modified. So, randomizer, each time you randomize the game, the shuffle will be different. So, no two seeds, as we call them, will be the same. And we host tournaments where we have a certain set of settings that determine what's shuffled and the rules behind it to see who can beat it the fastest. So, we've got two very seasoned players.
Yeah. For this particular mode, we have Linlinlin, who's a former champion. Actually, was one of the people who I think I started watching.
2.5 hours. This is looking to be. Crash. Yeah, if you have questions, feel free to ask. And yes, Lynn is a former champion. Sorry, I had some minor tech issues that are now resolved.
Yeah. Former champion, he says, yeah.
I mean, former champion doesn't equate to being perfect. Yes, the community hosts tournaments throughout the year for all kinds of settings. These are on the more complex end of regularly raced settings, but there are plenty of settings with all kind of a lot of which are more friendly, and you can there's plenty of information to be found out there if you'd like to look it out. They do not necessarily have to get all items. Typically, for the Zelda randomizers, the requirement to beat the game is to collect all of the whatever it is you needed to collect from the end of each dungeon to beat that game originally. So it's the 7 crystals for Link to the Past, it's all the medallions for Ocarina of Time, it's the 4 boss remains for Majora's Mask, and so on. It's the paintings of the sages in Link Between Worlds, and so on. And the crystals and pendants at the end of the dungeons are typically shuffled amongst each other in ALttPR, so you need to beat whichever 7 dungeons the crystals got shuffled to, and you need the items to beat those dungeons. So, for instance, we need to beat Turtle Rock today, so we need our Red Cane, we need our Fire Rod, we need our Ice Rod, and since it's Key Shuffle, we also need our keys.
Yeah. For this particular mode, this is Crosskeys, so we have a entrance randomizer going on, and our entrance to Ganon has also been randomized. Normally in the vanilla game, Ganon's at the pyramid. Today, Ganon's at the castle. So in order to access Ganon, we don't actually have to beat JT. We just have to drop down to fight Ganon after collecting our 7 crystals. That's one of the other big things. This mode is fast Ganon.
The other thing as well, though, is one of the challenges of this particular mode is we need to physically find the dungeons to beat them. We found quite a few, but we are still missing Skullwoods. The back of Skullwoods, or Motula, is Thief's Town and Ice Palace. Can't beat the dungeon unless you physically found it. Do you know that entrance randomizer is not a default? Entrance randomizer is not a default setting in the randomizer. This is an option you can activate, and if you think your brain's hurting too much, you can turn it off, Fred, if you'd like.
Yeah.
Where was the back of Desert? I completely forgot to write this down.
Swamp Palace.
Thank you. Apparently my notes suck on that. Or actually, no. I think I just I took really bad notes on that. Whoops.
Yeah, so strictly speaking, Desert Palace Piggy didn't actually lead us to anything today, unless pedestals required, but so we'll have to see if that'll... That's one less thing that Freddy's on the hook for. Oh, hey, it's our bomb guy.
Tiara Hera, red crystals, okay.
Dark Cave. At this point, we've probably seen all the Dark Caves that we really need to care about.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not gonna check that.
Alright. Okay, well, here we go. This is what Link needed to do. I missed where Agina's cave was.
Yeah, it's just doing it a second ago, and it completely escaped my brain too. Whoops.
It's got to be K45.
And there's the minor pick for Lynn.
Yeah. Lynn still hasn't actually seen Meyer. For those wondering, if on the trackers down below, if you see the initials for the dungeon, that just means that runner hasn't seen that particular dungeon yet. If the boss icon is there, they have found it. And if it's lit up, they've beaten that dungeon. Just to try to kind of keep everything together for everyone.
Yep. Hey, it's okay, Walia. There's a lot to keep track of in this mode, although that is currently up to date. Leo Sean, it is Crosskeys, Crossroad Entrance Randomizer, and Full Key Sanity. So all the entrances are shuffled, and the keys are shuffled too.
Yeah. Well, Lynn is finally going to do the North Dark World loop, which means he will have the Mire Big Key before he goes into Mire, which means he'll be the first runner, one of our runners, to collect a pendant or a crystal today.
He was, in fact, also the first to collect a pendant.
Yeah.
Having just beat Desert a minute ago. He'll beat Hera while he's here, I figure.
Probably.
Has no keys, doesn't really care, has a hook shot. Might as well beat it while he's here.
Yeah, well, he knows what his 3 pendants are, so he kind of knows what everything else is by default now.
Yeah, I missed it. There was a TR small here earlier, and there's our other pick glove.
Which, that was... Ooh, interesting. Lynn, grab the item. So that was Hammer Pigs over at Mimic Cave entrance. Lynn...
The Mimic Cave entrance.
Yeah. So again, he had to take the mirror, he had a mirror there to go. Random entrances, honestly, random entrances and Key Sanity actually really work well together, believe it or not. It's, you kind of hit this weird combination of everything kind of like doing a lot of mapping for the first hour or so of the seed, and then this seed finishes really, really fast.
Yeah. And, sorry, I've been having a few technical problems. My internet's on the fritz, I think. But Freddy's back in the pod area, which is good for him.
Yeah, you'll be finding GT finally. It's gonna really hate the fact.
Needs.
Yeah, which he'll really hate the fact that he traded 2 items in Super Money K for a fully clearable GT basement.
Yeah,
especially when you pull
cleaning it out.
Yeah. Especially when you pull 2 rods and a glove out of it.
Yeah, Freddy's gonna see this and go, "Oh, I could have had that 40 minutes ago."
Yeah.
Which I think that's about how long it's been since they were last in the area.
Yeah. All right.
There's Fire Rod, there's Ice Rod, there's the other glove, there's a couple of keys in here, some other stuff. Freddy definitely did not have his key in the first trip here. No, he
True.
pod really late.
Yeah, but there wasn't really anything on the right side though. That's the unfortunate thing. It was just some compasses, I think. I think our ferry connector has to get us our keep, by the way. Because I don't think we have any other way of getting to that entrance.
You might be right. Yeah, assuming we've seen all dark caves that connect to each other, yeah, I think ferry might be the only one, because according to my notes, I think I've seen the rest.
Yeah.
We have seen front of TR, yeah. It's...
Tower of Hera. But this will be Lynn getting mirror probably about 30 minutes later than Freddy.
Entrance.
Yeah. Front of TR's Hera entrance. Left side of Mire is going to be the first time we get to see this between our 2 runners. Freddy didn't have any fire magic to come in here. It'd be really nice if the lamps over in Big Key Chest. Well, Lynn will do Dark Mire. Right now, the only thing the mirror has really gotten Freddy is a second glove. The other glove.
Yeah.
Which, considering we may need mitts, because we're still missing Thieves Town Ice and,
Thieves Town Ice and Skullwood's back. Yeah, we probably need mitts.
yeah.
Was
There's
there
still,
anything
like,
on left side
mirror
mire, by the
stuff.
way? I didn't quite catch it.
Nah.
There's a mirror for Lynn. Which for him might feel a little bad, having not gotten that. He knows that's been available for a really long while.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely gearing up for Viddy. He's driving fairies.
Makes sense from his perspective. He might as well clear it while he's here.
Yeah. Skull Big.
Which we know there was nothing in the Skullwood's big chest, because Freddy cleared that earlier after coming out of here.
I have to assume it's probably Hammer Strats.
Yeah, I guess so as well.
We're on Blooming Out 12 Hearts. We have health. We just... Yeah. And for those wondering, like, Lynn intentionally does the dash. You intentionally do the dash.
Yeah, we do have health. It's just going to take a while.
Yeah. You intentionally do that dash so that way you... Because it's dashing is faster than the camera transition normally. But... I don't think Cooper's not being serious, but this isn't... Like, the good thing about this is that we have powder. And our strategy for Viddy is not going to require the use of magic.
Yeah.
So... He'll grab the anti-fairy that's bouncing on its way to Vitreous's room. If not this one down here.
Oh, and on the other side, Freddy gets to have fun with Ice Armors.
Yeah. See, look, they both had a sword. They could have done boomerang strats.
Yeah, Lynn did actually make good use of his cane for the Armos. Freddy's just going hammer and sword strats here. Which works, it's just really slow. On the other hand, the bits make it worth it.
Yeah, Lynn went and tanked a bunch of damage, just to rush down half of the eyes. So now gonna have to be a little bit more careful for these last couple, but really just needs to not get hit by the lightning. Fortunately, like, one of the lightning bolts was really, really far over into the corner, which it normally doesn't do.
And yeah, no bows in sight, Salty Cracks. They would really like one, I think, but they don't. But we haven't seen one. Freddy.
And here come the bombs.
Okay, Freddy made me really nervous there on Ice Armor, the last Ice Armor, but did eventually get there and does pick up his mitts.
Alright. Lane can kind of like keep Viddy trapped down in the corner. Hammer hitbox, not the greatest thing in the world, but
Does
there's our flute.
Fortunately, Lynn's the one who's short a pair of mitts to head over to the mire area.
Yeah.
Freddy heading back through the Super Bunny connector to get back to Light World Bumper Ledge? Or no, mirroring here. I was like, yeah, that doesn't really make sense to take the connector, so... he's gonna find the dam, which he did miss this entrance earlier, so that's good for him.
Yeah. There's the top of Super Bunny. There's the top of Spec Rock. I think Lynn's gonna go activate the flute.
I would think so, yeah.
And then maybe do some of these south entrances that he has put off doing. The south mirror checks. Maybe Lynn will also like just clean up the TR bridge entrances as well.
Yeah, that would be good for him since that's where his mitts are sitting.
Yeah.
We're gonna take our first look at the top of Hyrule Castle entrances for Freddy. Nobody's been up here yet.
Nope. One item and Freddy can't check the... There's our bow!
And, oh my goodness, we could have had that bow a long time ago.
Oh, it saved so much problems. Freddy unfortunately does not use the ALTTPR to position yourself on the L when you go grab the item to go check these entrances.
And nobody's done the Zora area, I was just thinking that myself.
Alright. Castle Tower has not moved very, very far away. Thankfully, not a real reason to be finishing it today, unless some really, really specific things have to happen.
Yeah.
Do not know. Yeah. I mean, if Lynn gets the cape, that might be a different story, but I don't know if Lynn's getting the cape anytime soon. Or Lin will just make a fool of us both and go immediately. Oh, he's gonna go check the witch's head.
Yep. But he'll probably go pick up the bow here after that, I'd imagine.
Yeah, he's probably aiming for Catfish Zora. No, he's...
Or not. Back to GT, I guess.
Are we gonna mimic clip GT, Lin? We're mimic clipping upstairs. We're mimic clipping upstairs GT.
Key to Thieves, that's required to beat the game.
Yeah. 4 small.
4.
One of the the less seen mimic clips, but people will do this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And very nicely done.
Indeed.
Lin is a much better player of this game. And there they keep going.
Catfish on the other side, giving us just a compass. Yeah, Freddy does have plenty of inventory for an Ansela fake flipper or two, and plenty of money for Zora here. Say that he proceeds to have some trouble with the Ansela fake flipper here. For those who are wondering how this works, the game uses the splash animation to determine if you are swimming or not, and that there's only so many sprites the game can put on screen at once. So the idea behind the Ansela fake flipper is to overload the screen with sprites so they can't actually do the splash animation. Smoky.
Yeah. This is why you also will see people do tricks where they are jumping in the water during a screen transition, because this also overrides the...
Zora Ledge.
Yeah, Smoky. But this will also override the splash animation.
Where is he going? I am just as confused as to why Freddy gave up on Zora there.
I think Freddy's starting to play from behind.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, yeah.
I think he's heading for Meyer.
Would make sense
Meyer,
here, it's it's finishable.
Meyer, Hera. Probably Hera first, just in case she pulls something for Vitreous.
Yeah.
The mirror entrances too that he kind of orphaned. But yeah, Lin is definitely pulling this off because there are 4 items on top of GT today, and then there are another 5 behind it in the well. So for Lin, this is him going for 9 items. It's his densest play by far.
Oh yeah, this makes perfect sense from his perspective.
Yeah. He doesn't know... We're gonna probably need the mitts to get to Meyer to go find our last couple dungeons, unfortunately, but... So he probably has a suspicion something's Mirrorlock somewhere, just because he doesn't have a bow for this, and once you kind of get to this point in GT, you see you start needing more keys than he has with Hound. But this is efficiency. That is a lamp. That's a lamp that is fire-locked, because you need the fire rod to clear the torches. That's horrible.
Lovely. Yeah, I was being sarcastic. And
Yeah.
big key to ice, which is not exceptionally required, but might as well pick it up while you're here, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's logically required today. A lot of 100% don't need the lamp, 100% don't need the ice big key. Well, we might not need the ice big key depending on what's in that chest, but just theoretically, like, we're really just kind of looking for the TR between our runners. We're looking for a sword and the TR big key. Lynn still needs to find his mitts and the Thief's Down big key. You'll find the Thief's Down big soon enough in the bow.
Item or two more as well to find our last couple dungeons.
Yeah, well, like, maybe Ether. Oh, we still need our pod big key. Good. Ah, good. Oh, that is a horrible second sword. Neither of our swords are in logic, by the way. But Lynn is also really starting to, like, run out of things to do. So he'll be finding his mitts sooner than later. Probably be last locating them, but he wouldn't be on the last locationers if he wasn't doing that. Yeah. Anyway. Lynn is about to discover his bow, which, honestly, he mimic clip faster than some people can do mimics and GT mimics, so... This will probably be looping up to Catfish and discovering the, Anyway, Star's having some technical difficulties, so you'll have to deal with just me for a little bit, unfortunately. Lynn is going to fake flipper himself over to Dark Shopping Mall here, and as long as you kind of come out of here heading right, you usually are good to dodge the Zero's bombs. And this will kind of get Lynn his last bunch of entrances in both worlds.
Oh, hello. I'm back, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. My internet just went completely.
Yeah.
We found the sword in the well?
Sword in the well, along with a swamp small and a pod small.
Oh, that's quite something.
Yeah. Lynn's gonna do the rest of these light world entrances here, and then...
Yeah, which makes me realize I never saw these entrances ever. Actually.
You do these entrances when you have the flute. Cherry.
Logic for that.
Freddy's going to the back of Escape now with the Hyrule Castle small key. Got a GT. Lin is going to go finish up north to his Dark World checks up here by going back up through the Whirlpool and then finding Blindside over at the Dark Potion Shop and then Chicken Catfish. Yeah, I'm not aware of any Link's Awakening randomizer, unfortunately. Tournaments.
Yeah, the randomizers exist. There's just not really competitive scenes that I know of for either LA or Oracles.
Yeah.
Where was the Thieves Small, by the way?
Upstairs GT or in the well. Might have been in the well.
Yeah, because that's just when my internet decided to quit out. I think it's been happening a lot lately where it just quits out for a couple minutes. Thankfully, it usually comes back pretty quickly, but...
Yeah.
It's kind of concerning when it happens.
Freddy is doing Smith Chain because he has access to Mirror and it's pretty free. Unfortunately, Smiths are just a single arrow. Time to go see if Purple Chest is anything else. And we'll see if Lin has some better luck with the Ancilla deletion. Sometimes the Ancilla deletion can kind of just get messed up just by normal play. And you have to reset it, but... Lin is going to go for the, Lin is going to go for Samaria Bomb and Solo Deletion.
Yeah, there's several different ways to get an Ancilla Fake Flipper. You can do it with boomerangs, with Red King, with Bow Bomb, just a few different things.
Yeah. And now Lin will exit out of this screen and then come back in. And he'll magically have gained the power of walking because... this game is well-coded.
Yeah, it assumes if you can get into the entrance, you can walk in it.
Yeah. Well, only if you have the Moon Pearl.
We'll leave it the Moon Pearl because that makes sense somehow, yes.
There's something in the code where the Moon Pearl lets you walk in that state. Respawn it when you exit it. It puts you into a walkable state. It's interesting. Lin saw a small key on the ledge. Probably isn't chasing it, which, given the fact that he doesn't have flippers, is probably the right call.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really anything that small key could be that
we've kind of hit every small key that gives us a check other than the Parasmall, and you kind of want to avoid that one. Lin's about to, and here we go. Lin's going to get us another bunch of checks here because he's about to find TR front with Samaria and Fire Rod. So that's 3 more items that Freddy hasn't been able to do yet. And then after this, I have to imagine Lin's going to go check, finally get his mitts because he's going to go. He'll drop down the center. Another GT small. They're all finally coming into logic. Lin's gonna have to wait and let this reset. Yeah, Lin has to go to Paradox to get his mitts, but on the other hand, Lin's running out of entrances that he can do. He's last locationing them. But everything appears to be in my area, unfortunately, for Freddy. And he doesn't have the flute off of Vitreous. This might be the Vitreous play now for Freddy, though. I was going to go do the Dark Sharpening Wall play that Lynn did as well. So. Yeah, here we go. Okay, Lynn's getting his mitts now. He has finally run himself out of basically logical checks that aren't Ice Palace and item capacity fairy. Not a good seat for gloves. But Lynn's probably gonna flute. I'd probably flute to 9, honestly, but he will probably flute to 7. Yeah. Yeah, so unfortunately, Sarah's internet is having some problems right now, I think. Ooh, Freddy is trying to save this. And does. Good job. Jesus Christ, those are some silver arrows. Those are logically silvers because they were blocked behind climbing GT to get your lamp, to get your flute. But at least we're not doing Master Sword Silverless today. Anyway. Lynn's about to go kill Mothula. Freddy's going to go climb GT and start kind of getting some of this other progression here. Gonna get the lamp. Not going to get the flute. But that might entice him enough to go do Vitreous, especially with an extra sword. Anyway. Four Master Sword spins, there's 4 hammerheads for Mothula dead. And Lynn has killed Mothula. Got another big key to Eastern. Well, at least the seed's almost gotten to the point where we're just kind of hunting TR and Thieves down big, and we'll find them sooner than later. Anyway, Freddy is now on the climb. Brewery here in the back of Desert, just a hard piece. We still haven't seen Hammer. We still haven't seen Ice Ride Cave, Spike Cave, K45. Likely are not going to require the Smiths. I did not. not see what our medallion was today for Meyer. Here's actual Ice Cave. It's in the Goodby hut side of it. Elsewhere, just some money. Still missing Thiestown Ice Palace. Okay, so Bombos for Meyer. Here's Thiestown. We can full clear it. Freddy's through Landos, up through Wizards 1. Saving across the first bridge. There's our Hero Small, which means that that small key that's sitting on the island is probably our last Skullwood small key. Which means that Monfield's technically Flipper's locked, but I don't think we're going to particularly care about that today. If we don't see the Flippers, that would be a great sign. TR Big. We are hunting Pod Big for goat! Pod Big and potentially Ether for Ice Palace if we don't find it soon. Lamp for Freddy. Swamp Egg. And I believe we have now found every single big key in the game other than the Swamp Palace key. Or Swamp Palace, or Pod Big key. Freddy's on Waldorf 2. Get some...
Hello, Toffile.
Hello, Wally. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. I figured you could use a second comm.
That's fine.
The last
Thank you.
little bit of this.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, all in all, I think Lin's has a pretty decent advantage now.
Yeah, I don't suspect Lin was ever in any significant danger.
No.
But this has still been a little bit of a rough one for him. I mean, the Vitreous fight was very scary. Pretty much last locating mitts. You know, there are reasons for Lin to be like, man, this seed has not gone great for me.
Yeah.
I might need a medallion for TR. I believe I saw it as Ether early on. I could be very wrong.
Yeah, that's
tracking two people.
Yeah, that is correct. Right now, theoretically, all we're kind of looking for is Pod Dig, maybe Ether.
Mm-hmm.
We can get into the Meyer entrance, and then we'll check the desert entrance as well at the same time, and then I'm sure Lin will flute off to I mean, if you're going to do
the
entrances,
two flippers. I think you do the 2 flippers entrances to see if you can snipe Ice Palace at that point.
Yeah, because at that point it's like we're down to 4 entrances. If you can snipe Ice Palace, you snipe Ice Palace. If not, whatever. Freddy's got his Swamp Small, D Small, Second Sword.
Yeah, and we could also theoretically consider Pyramid Fairy as well.
Yeah. Like, that, it's out of logic because we don't have the Big Key yet, but... At this point, we're so close to being done, it doesn't really matter too much. Yeah. There's ice.
Wow.
Alright, so we are just looking for a pod key somewhere in this world. I haven't seen Spike Cave or K45.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen either of those as well.
Yeah, so those are our 2 last item caves outstanding.
I mean, I expect what we'll see here soon is we're probably going to see flippers. I mean, flippers have to be somewhere. It's not, like, I'm not saying we won't also find the pod big, but like a flippers here in Ice Palace or maybe on Trinex or something seems very likely.
Yeah, no, I completely anticipate that we're going to see flippers fairly quickly. Just
nice book.
That's a good book. That's a good book. Book in the normally book-locked entrance. I mean, you don't like to see the book an hour 50 into the sea.
It's
because it's. I know it's not great, but it's not bad. But it's just like it's 2 more checks, and Lynn hasn't done Smith Chain, so he can do Smith's purple chest into Bombos and Aether Tablet, whatever.
I think if you're looking like, man, how is the seed gone? You know, the fact that it's an hour 50 in, Lynn still has what is essentially an untouched Swamp Palace, nice 3rd sword. Like you have to in general feel like, man, I've not had a great seed in terms of like how the amount of checks I'm getting on a regular basis. Freddy, meanwhile, is in Meyer, so he will get stuff. I believe Star is back, so I'm gonna go back to my tracking duties.
All right, thanks, Wally. Yeah, Freddy's and Meyer going to go do the right side, left side, and then probably go and do Vitreous as well. Nothing in Ice Palace, unfortunately, but we did get a sword, other than a sword, but hey, it's numbered. How's it going, Star? I'm not sure how much you managed to catch. So, anyway, one last check before we get really mad about the seed, because it's the last thing that we 100% absolutely have to do before, well, I guess Kel's will try next, but. Honestly, I just realized Lynn will probably be Trinex and then immediately check Aether Tablet. Using the warp out of the castle. Oh, that's our Castle Tower 2 key sitting there on... Zorledge. That is interesting. Nobody has checked Terror Basement. We are not checking Terror Basement. That is a bad check. Yeah, Pobig might be on Hobo, and Julo would have finished the seed 30 minutes ago because Julo. Yeah, flippers are inevitably going to be popping on like Ether or Bombo's tablet, if not Trinix. A little more comfy fight for Vitreous here for Freddy with Master Sword, but it's still going to be a bit of a uphill climb. Has the bow to fall back on once the fairy goes. Backdoor shreds for Lin. Freddy finally gets his... Hey, Star, how you doing?
Hey, I'm back. Great. Sorry about that. My internet just quit for 15 minutes.
That's fine. Yeah.
Thank you to Wally for stepping in for me while my internet decided to just crash for no reason. Lovely.
Yeah. Oh boy, there's our flippers. Thanks, Wally. You particularly called that check. Alright, well, that wasn't to be unexpected, though it kind of is what it is.
Was that Trinox?
Flippers on Trinix.
Yuck.
Ice Thieves and Skullwoods are all sitting over in the Maya region, or Eurolocked Desert.
Got it, so Desert Maya region that we didn't have earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm curious. Where were Silvers at?
Silvers are on Desert Ledge. And the other sword's on Ice Palace.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to read the trackers to see what I missed, because, yeah. Tech issues.
Yeah. Alright, time for Swamp Palace, everyone.
Yeah, still missing that pod big?
We are pod big for go.
Lovely. I see Freddy's got a pretty sizable, disadvantage on dungeons done.
Yeah.
Did he just beat Viddy?
Yeah, he just beat Viddy.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he didn't really want to go back and... Like... Lane found Viddy was able to do Viddy the first time through, and then Freddy opted for the, oh, I'm not going to go back there unless it's in logic or I have more to do, and pushed it off for as long as he could. And, I mean, went back with a bow and Master Sword, so he had a lot of much easier time than Lin did. But... So.
Oh yeah. For that late flute is ouch.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm currently just kind of reading through the trackers to see... Was it just mostly dungeon clearing for the past, like, 15 minutes?
Yeah, Lin found 3 dungeons and just went to town.
Makes sense.
Freddy was catching up on the climb, and then Meyer.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Again, sorry about that. Internet decided to crash twice in 5 minutes, and the second time was for 15 minutes, which... Normally my internet's not this bad, but it seems to be having a hissy fit lately, so...
Yeah. Interesting note, we did find our Tower of Hair small... Is that it? No, that's our Tower of Hair key. Wonderful. We did find our Hair small key, by the way.
Oh, we did? Where was that?
It's somewhere in the Maya region.
Got it.
I forget exactly where, but... so that means our last small key sitting up there on... in our last Skullwoods key as well, so... The small key on Zora Ledge is our last Castle Tower small key, by process of elimination of having every other one in the game.
Makes sense.
So, Alright, Lin's probably going to go back in for left side just because. I don't think he has a lot of checks left.
I don't think so either. Even aside from my internet crashing for 15 minutes, we cleaned out the the overworld pretty well by that point. So
He's got like his overall checks are basically smithing Bombo's tablet, and then he can do kind of hunt like two. Oh, there we go. There's the Tower of Air, smoking T's down.
thank you. Yep. I don't think well, you know what we've seen because I've had internet problems, and I don't.
No, we are not in go mode. We need Pod Big.
Yeah, but I don't remember seeing. We certainly did not see the Lake Island or Hobo before I left for 15 minutes. In any case.
Yeah. Nobody chased the flippers checks because why would you? You don't have flippers.
Yeah, didn't have flippers, and by the time you got flippers, you had other things to do.
Yeah. Well, by the time you get flippers, you could have done all Swamp Palace instead. So.
Exactly. Yeah.
And in reality, we aren't exactly looking for valuable entrances anymore. We've hit all the valuable entrances. We're literally looking for Spike Cave and Cave 45. So
yeah,
it's just like you'll get more.
So
checks
it's mostly
on this way.
just dungeon checks, which there's not a lot of dungeon checks left. We've got Armos Knights, the left side swamp here.
Yeah, Lynn hasn't found the big chest entrance of TR, which is available. That was at Hammer Pigs.
Thank you. I was wondering where that was.
So Freddy has seen that, but Freddy didn't have the TR big. And there we go. The game hates us. It's on left side swamp. All right.
Yep,
so Lynn isn't go mode.
That and there's.
Yeah, Lynn's in go mode. Freddy's kind of on the track, but he's still going to basically be like all Vice. He's not going to have Kill Trinex.
He's just got too many dungeons left to do, yeah.
Yeah.
And looking kind of back to the seed, that late GT was a particular ouch, I think, here.
Yeah, like it got him the mirror a little bit sooner, but it also put him off from getting like Glove and regular Dark World access. And considering that like both
Late Flute wasn't helping either.
Late Flute didn't help either, yeah. But really it's just kind of like both gloves really needed to be gotten, at least one of them needed to be gotten the first time you were through the area, and the only one you were really going to ever get at that was the GT one.
Yeah, Mitts were in a pretty bad spot.
Because you had to get the hook shot or like go get your boots, but he didn't have boots to get into my area for a while.
No.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's right. Freddy still hasn't gotten the Desert Pig off of Laser Bridge.
No, he did. I think he may. I wouldn't be entirely surprised if he kind of have forgot about it. He'll get it on the way to Trinex.
Yeah. Or else he's going to use the patented mantra of, if it was anything important, my opponent would have finished by now, so I'm not getting it.
Lynn will have finished by the time Freddy gets back there at this point, yeah.
Yeah, Freddy's going to find ice and be most of the way down to Cold Sear when this is over. Because all Lin has to do now is flute the 4 and go drop into Ganon.
Yep. And Lin is extremely well equipped for Ganon, should not have any issues here. Silver's tempered, 18 hearts, red mail, we'll be fine.
Oh yeah, the book was in Ice Palace, which is at the Desert
Nice.
Palace entrance. Which is at the Desert Palace entrance.
Oh, that's just kind of rude. And kind of funny.
Could be a double for Lin to finish. And
And
yeah,
that's GG's to Lin here, 20633.
Freddy is at least doing nice regular. Hasn't really said anything in the race room, so I'm not sure if he has taken a peek yet. But it's going to continue playing for at least a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Freddy's got good ways to go here. Has to beat all of Ice, beat TR, go run through Swamp Palace, and then go beat Pod.
Yeah.
Lin will be joining us for an interview in a minute here, so we'll tow him in once he gets in. And we're now joined by Linlinlin, GG.
Hello.
How are you doing, Lin?
I wasn't feeling great until the pod Bicky, actually.
Yeah.
the pod Bicky was like, okay, the climb wasn't useless. Let's go.
Yeah.
What's the item behind the climb?
Well, I mean, the climb wasn't even that useless. It got you a second sword. I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah, but like, it's still like I didn't find anything behind the climb until the pod Bicky.
Yeah.
That was
logically
great.
required. Yeah. Heavily logically required climb for a lot of things in that.
Yeah,
but
but didn't get nothing from like T's big or like. So I wasn't a bit worried.
Yeah. Freddy is still a bit away, unfortunately.
Yeah, Freddy's finishing Ice right now, has to finish TR, run through Swamp, and beat Pod still.
Yeah.
It wasn't like if that seed is a qualifier or like a multi, like a lot of people racing that, like it can go a lot of ways because it's basically when you're in Outcast, if you go north or south, and I went south. Go
yes.
north.
so for Freddy, it kind of like one of the things that early on where you kind of like, I think you kind of probably got irritated slightly is probably finding the hammer in the tavern after going up the mountain and rescuing the old man and discovering Mini Moldarm Cave and no shops for bombs. But
it didn't bother me that much. I did that as well. It didn't bother me that much because like there's so many connectors on that mountain that that's fine.
Oh, that's a wonderful half magic on pedestal.
Of course.
But so like early on, Freddy kind of like went on, got the Moon Pearl a lot earlier than you did. But also, he was hunting for resources a bit more than you had. And
I was ready to scum Zelda Cell, but with the sword.
Yeah, you saw that, and you both did the same thing. You both saw the sword, and you're like, no, we're not scumming that. That's way too important.
and I'm happy I didn't because
that was your only sword available for a long time this seed.
Oh yeah, and here's Freddy realizing that he had forgot he had troubles with early laser bridge, so he never actually got the Desert Palace.
He did the rest of Laser Bridge like 2 hours ago.
you know, like I had the desert map, and I was like, okay, I know Eastern is a pendant, I know Swamp is a pendant. I'm just gonna go to desert, not check the map because what are the odds, right?
And then you walk in and you're like, no. Yeah, and then unfortunately, like at this point, like, so when you both were kind of like ended up like in Vo at around the same time doing. Freddy had done a bit of more of the North Dark World stuff, but didn't kern jump, and then he started curling around south, but he hadn't gone into. He only did the first couple checks in Pod, and never got Samaria. Or and was late to the boots, much later to the boots than you were.
Dude, when I found the small key on the boat side, I'm like, the only thing I have is a cane. Yeah, no, I'm too lazy. I have magic, but like,
yeah,
three hearts cane. I'm like, I'll just come back later. And when I came back with 5 key and I got the boots, I'm like, great decision.
Yeah. Freddy came back, I think, with 3, and then picked up the 4th one from right side.
That's correct. Yeah.
So like you both ended up with the boots that time through, but like he got to Meyer a little bit earlier. But like one of the things that kind of like we were wondering if it was going to hurt you too much was Freddy dipped out of Paradox when going through Paradox and saw it was one of the bridge connectors. And saw the Meyer Big was there. Freddy's got his flippers. And so...
Yeah, Freddy got Meyer Big much earlier, and they were worried if that was going to come back to bite you for a while there.
Yeah. Or if you're gonna... Or whenever you would get back to checking that, just to go chase a couple connectors rather than doing, like, overworld entrances.
At some point, there's so many dungeons I'm still looking for, like...
Yeah, and then...
For myths, like Locked by Myths, like T-Sound, Ice Palace, like...
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, but unfortunately, like, the one big thing that I think really kind of, like, doomed Freddy this seed was when you both went over to go check Palace Darkness region. Freddy, I think, wanted to continue north and go check... Potion HUD, so he started with pod entrance with 108 rupees.
Yeah.
So he then farmed the money to go pay Kiki. And then gets rewarded with Super Bunny Cave. And
so
meanwhile, you found GT
he got
instead.
One way through that and left GT behind for quite a while. Yeah.
Yeah. On the other hand, he had the mirror half an hour sooner, but unfortunately, like, he wasn't really able to put any good use to that.
Yes, that vitreous fight. I don't want to talk about it.
We're not talking about the vitreous fight.
Yeah, I went a bit too far on the right, and I just damage boosted me into the big eye. I'm like, okay, Guess I'll manage, but that's fine. I mean, phase 2 is okay if you have a hammer.
Yeah, your phase 3 was fine. It was just like the some of those lightning bolts went really much further to the right than they should have, but you know. Alright, Freddy has gotten flippers.
He's going to
Swamp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not a last location for him, but he doesn't have a lot left in the seed, so...
I mean,
that's the
I
thing
think...
with left side swamp. Like, something I say a lot is that you don't leave bad checks to do other bad checks. So, like, I went to the back, there's more items, and then just went back in right away. Because everything I had was just bad.
Yeah, how about you had Eastern, you had finding...
Smith, Hera.
Yeah, Eastern Smith, Hera. I guess you hadn't found the other side, the last TR entrance, that was Hammer Pegs. Is we saw switching on Freddy's side.
Yes. Okay, there's also, I think I didn't see Spike Cave and Cave. I'm not sure.
Yes.
45. Yes.
Yeah, Spike Cave, Cave 45. Those were my last two item entrances. I don't think either of you saw.
I forgot to mark the bomb shop. That's fine.
Yeah, but
I would have found it on my god, but
Risk game left is the bomb shop.
Oh yeah.
Freddy's gone left side first. He's playing counter to the narrative, to counter to the meta, because he's probably feeling behind, and don't blame him.
By the way, I really wanted a potion for going up GT with only the fire rod and the fire sword. That's why I made the detour. I was going to Devil's Castle anyways.
Yeah, I saw you there. And you hadn't even checked like potion shop. You turned the mushroom and you hadn't even checked potion shop. So like, we were looking at that and we were like,
there was that too. Like I wanted a potion, but I also wanted the item.
Yeah.
I was like Devil's Castle.
Yeah, I was watching that and I'm like, oh no. And then when you start running, and then I see you go north. I'm like, oh, you're just gonna show off all the mimic clipping today. I see. Very nice job with that.
Nice bow.
Even if the bow was just sitting on, Pyramid Ledge.
Yeah.
Which we knew. So.
Yeah, we'd seen it by then from Freddy.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, look, that was the first bow to see. The other bow was bow locked, so. Because the seed was incredibly stupid.
But the logic is kind of stupid, yeah. It's like, there was a GT key behind the glove.
Yeah.
Behind the first glove.
Yeah.
That's the fourth GT key.
I mean,
unless there's another glove.
Yeah.
And then when I found the last GT key in front of the I'm like, oh, okay, that's the logic. I needed to get the mirror to just go up there.
Yeah, I was surprised. Honestly, I guess you weren't 100% guaranteed of it, but I was surprised you never did check the fairy connector, because I'm pretty sure that would have gotten you cape before going to pyramid. But it's fairy connector. I understand.
It's fairy connector from the bottom, and I already had a connector to bumper to Southwood, but that's not helpful to this game.
Yeah.
So wasn't really interested into connectors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I know it was like just like not for the connector, but just for the item, because we still hadn't seen a second sword, which was in the well.
Yeah.
All those swords are just not good. Not good. And I think it has to be the Agataur Swamp Key that was sitting on Sword Ledge, so. Yeah. But, yeah, no, GG's, Lin. Congrats on making it 1-0. I think you're in the Telthar and Zafakil bracket. So. Yeah.
Dion Helwell will be done here in a few minutes as well.
Yeah. Yeah. It was also kind of interesting to see that Freddy chose to take all the optional selections for flags this year, and you didn't, well, other than opting out of string delay. But thank you for at least giving us regular cross keys and not having to worry about key drops or Zelda codes.
I haven't played a lot since last tournament, so I just didn't want to try variety.
Yeah. Well, phase 1 now for Freddy. Doesn't get the fast cycle for phase 1, but at least Ganon's up in the corner for phase 2. Yeah, unfortunately, Lynn, I think if you ever watch the VOD of this back, Star's internet's having some issues, and it decided to come back one last time. As Freddy is going to cross the bridge here at 222.50. And very, very good race for Freddy. We'll see if he wants to do an interview or not.
Yeah, GG's to Freddy. I'm back again. My internet really hates me tonight, apparently.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah, GG's to Freddy there. Sorry about me disappearing again. We'll see if Freddy wants to interview, I guess. Sorry if I also interrupted the conversation there.
Yeah.
Okay, Freddy will not be joining us for an interview, it seems, but good GG's to him and good luck to him on future matches.
Yep.
Alright, I guess I'm pretty much out of questions. Do you have any other comments or questions, Lynn or Topile?
No, very, very fun race. Thanks, Lynn. Thanks, Freddie.
Thanks for the restream and comms and tracking.
Yeah, thanks, Swally, for stepping in for a little bit.
Yeah, much appreciated. So please do give both for runners a follow here, Linlinlin and Freddie, as well as thank you to Topile and to Wally for watching. That is going to be it here for us tonight on CSR. Coming up ahead on the schedule, we've got a relatively quiet week here. We've got the first couple rounds of Economic Randomizer Tournament Season 8 are ongoing, so you'll be able to catch that, and we'll be sure to get more Crosskeys matches on throughout the week. We do need volunteers, of course, for that, so if you are interested in volunteering for commentary and or tracking, please go join the Discord, and you can find all the information there. But for now, that is going to be it here for us tonight. We're gonna go ahead and raid someone doing some more ALttPR, and we'll see you all next time. Thanks, everyone, and have a good night.